Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Well, I'm sure you've probably heard by now. Jill Scott. So she did a tweet about Chris Brown saying, Chris Brown is amazing. How does anybody sing like that? Dance, look, act, and rap like that? Beyond gifted. It appears exceptional people have to go through exceptional, fire. There's nothing to debate. Oh, I beg to differ. And I'm disappointed in Jill. Exceptional people. He's beyond amazing. Yeah, he seems to be amazing with those fists too. This here, I have to say, allegedly is a photo of supposedly the aftermath of when he, reportedly attacked Rihanna. But he's amazing. I guess some abusers are. I don't like this, so I'm not gonna just dwell on it. But you've all seen them. There are photos out there about it. And the person below says, "Girl, I'm not canceling JillScott. It is what it is," and that's the problem. That is the problem. That's how abusers can get away with so much, especially in the BC when it comes to these men. Listen, I don't want to hear about, oh, they make it so hard on these men, and guess what? The men can make it so hard on these women. This is it's so typical. I'm disappointed in Jill Scott, but am I surprised? Not. Gee, so amazing. Remember all those hurricanes, those flood victims in Houston? And they were pretty much, let's see, the victims for the concert that Chris Brown was paid for. He took the money. Remember they called the police? I did a video on it. And didn't show up for the concert for the black community because they weren't insured because those areas of Houston were not known for flooding. Ergo, they didn't have flood insurance. Put together a venue. The black women's did. Oh, yes, they did. And they chose Chris Brown and paid him a check. And he took the check and he ran and didn't show up. And then they were calling the police and the police did an investigation. And then they found that he did cash their check. This is why I'm sorry to tell you, this is part of the reason why black women stay losing. People showing you every day. But see, black women, they're on a mission. Oh, we're going to be on Mars next week with our man, with these canes, and they're going to be here for us. Hold your breath, see what's going to happen. You'll be at the ME's office, medical examiner's office. It is what it is. And that is so typical. How a lot of our people feel. But he do this, he do that. He also seems to be abuser, report an abuser. Don't forget to, and I'm so glad she did. What was it? He wanted to give a shout out to women. Jill Scott, when he was giving a shout out to women, I think he chose Vanessa Carlton. He didn't choose you. Again, how black women stay losing. Man, they worship these men that don't give a darn about them. Would not urinate on you, probably if you were on fire. Probably sit there and laugh and get a camera out, in my opinion. Remember that? He gave a shout out to Vanessa Carlton. Oh, and the old girl was on point. Vanessa Carlton was. She sure did. She came back with a clap back about him being, I think, an abuser. She was not flattered at all. She let him have it. Do you see the difference? Yes. See the difference. These men are put on a pedestal. Again, what about that in Houston? With the flooding that went on. Chris Brown, didn't you get the money for the concert? You were paid. Cash the check. I want to know. Lovey-dovey, kiss, kiss. Did you pay that money back? Did you run that money back? Do you think you can run that money back? Has that issue been resolved? It wouldn't surprise me if it hadn't been. And that was for the black community, the folks in Houston. The folks in Houston got the money for the concert and didn't show up. And did not show. What does that tell you? He doesn't care. Does not care. But you can't talk about him, though, making it look bad, though. Again, JillScott, he didn't choose you. Again, on International Women's Day. That was on March 8th, 2018, International Women's Day. JillScott, he didn't give you a shout out. He gave a shout out to Vanessa Carlton. The one that sings, I think, was it 1,000 Miles? Like a lot of every girl, like pretty much like that song. I know I did. Out of all the women, he chose Vanessa on International Women's Day 2018. He chose who? Vanessa Carlton. And she slammed him good. Again, she's famous for that song called 1,000 Miles. He's trying to go ahead and give her a nice little shout out on the IG. Yeah, he sure did. Vanessa Carlton. So, what was the Black Women's? Black Women's. And in a response, you can check this out. She said she wished to draw the line, and this was reported on Billboard. Quote, I support survivors, not perpetrators of domestic violence. I do not want to be associated with an artist that has assaulted women on a day like today. Thank you. Hashtag International Women's Day. And guess what? The article says Brown did not fight back. Now, a black woman, I bet he would have be ready to tag her. Let you have it. International Women's Day. He chose to give a shout out to Vanessa Carlton, and she let him have it. Don't want to be associated with you. You see the difference? Black women try to hold them up on a pedestal, and they get the chance to stump you down, speak as a collective, not just physically, but also verbally on the internet streets, the World Wide Web, stump you down in the ground like you're nothing. And then they sit up here and uplift non-melanated women and get slammed to the ground. They ain't trying to cover for them. But that's what black women get. Always trying to cover for them. Always trying to, smile for the camera. Other women can call them as they see them, and look, they'll be like a lap dog trying to lap up after them. Protect them. I wants to give us some honor. International Women's Day, don't forget that. JillScott, where were you, sweetie? I don't recall him tagging you, but he definitely went ahead and gave a shout out to Vanessa Carlton, and she let him have it. She made it clear to the world she don't want to be associated with an artist who faced assault charges. Domestic abuser, huh? But hey, black women, keep on fighting for him. Always trying to prompt these males up and always getting disrespected, always getting used. It is, at this point, it's unbelievable, near comical. It's like, get the popcorn. Who next? Who gonna be looking like superfood? They're never held accountable. And when things like that happen, that's Rihanna. Can you imagine if it was a regular woman, a regular black woman facing those charges, not known as Rihanna? Can you imagine? She must have did something. She should have been making them mad. Just backwards culture. That is why black women keep on losing. You don't have a support system. No matter what these men do, they are protected in the community. And I'm glad Vanessa Carlton called him out. Girl, I'm glad she did. International Women's Day. I'm glad. But this is the mentality that persists. It permeates the group, the culture. It's just one of those things. We're going to focus on the positive. Now go get your therapy and get some healing. And guess what? We really don't care about you. Well, you should have known better. No accountability for the men. So am I surprised? No. Given the older group, am I surprised? No. Disappointed? Yes. Shocked? No. That's how black women keep on losing. The culture, I'm sorry to tell you, it's designed, if you look at it, for failure. Go ahead and carry the seed of poverty. It's okay that man created a fatherless home and then left you alone, abandoned you. You should have chose better. Maybe you shouldn't have chose them. That's how black women keep on losing. When it comes to these men, these dust buckets, they want to go ahead and just try to focus on anything they can find that's positive. But the painful reality, well, you got to get some therapy and moving on. He's so amazing. I don't see how. Look like he want to give a chick a left, right, good night. Look at Brianna's face. The photo. Looks like he's so amazing. Looks like he's real quick to give you a left, right, good night. This is crazy. Oh my God. I cannot even imagine. And not just the physical, but the emotional, mental toll. That's why abuse is so rampant. Believe it or not, that's why black women are easily attacked. You can get it from all races because the whole world is watching and the whole world knows you're not protected in the community and outside the community. And the saying won't be marching for anti-police. That's who you got to call to protect you in your community. Make it make sense. The same one you're out in the street for, now going upside your head, grabbing your purse, and it's gonna get worse. But this here, that's why the abuse can continue because it's a culture of abuse. Everybody knows it. So that's why any man of any race can do something to a black woman. And guess what? You'll find fools cheering it on. That's what she is. The hood giving it every day, so they're used to it. They know there's no accountability. That's why there's so much dysfunction. You're supposed to take a licking and keep on ticking. Take a kicking and keep on licking. Keep on down the road. Oh, what that happened? You should have chose better. Why'd you come outside today? Just ignorance. So this, am I surprised? Not really. Disappointed, yes. Shocked, no. That kind of thoughts process seems to permeate the group. It's become the norm. Abusing black women, that's become the norm in the community. Protect the black man, oh, that's definitely the norm. No matter what he do, you can't make him look bad. And they're doing a good job of that themselves. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Backwards culture. That's why I don't understand the seed of poverty D. And that's why a lot of women that are going through these things right now, people walking away because people are tired. It's sad when your own culture is a hazardous to your health, to your not just your financial well-being, your mental, physical well-being, your own culture. And she spoke about, I guess, was it the father, stepfather, being abusive? Oh, but he laid some cement. He was a good cement worker. What the hell? Always trying to put lipstick on a pig when it's a man. I thought about that. So a man has been obviously violent, and we got away. The Lord gonna deal with it. No accountability. See, black women don't want to face it. The black man has a protection in the community that black women will never have. That's why sons with sense try to leave it. And not just physically, mentally. I said, so y'all had an abuser? We got away. Oh, but who give a darn about some cement when he might be knocking somebody upside the head, making somebody head face up the concrete, beating them down? Who give a darn about how he laid some dang cement? What the hell wrong with you? But that's the culture. When it comes to the black men, no matter what he might have shot fire. It could be some criminal. He shot fire last, but you know what? He sure kept that car clean. And kept those sneakers on his feet clean. He didn't have a job. He used to steal and rob, but he kept that car clean. Always had a haircut off stolen money. Identity theft. It's unbelievable. And you wonder why I say sometimes it's easy just not to worry about them. They're going to keep on doing the dumb crap that they do. Less stressful. Too many other big things going on. Can't be worried about this nonsense. Life is business. I said yesterday, whoo, I pray. Maybe, obviously, it's not going to be this year, maybe next year. I would love a life without law. I would love to have it a year with no lawyers in my life. I don't want to talk to no lawyers in my life. Deals here, deals there, this happened, this there, and it's business and stuff happens. I would love to have maybe next year. I do not want to talk with any lawyers. I don't want no lawyers in my life. I don't. It's too late for this year. So I'm counting on 2025, please. But hey, a lot of stuff goes on. It's business. And see what happens. Who got time for trivial matter? This group, the culture of it can be so draining. It can be so draining. Life is business. Life is business, meetings, contracts. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's litigation. Don't even have the basics down. Don't even have the basics down. And wonder why you're at the bottom. Don't even have the basics down. So this lets you know, and it might be the old school thing, just used to abuse. Black women, the culture, I think what I see, it trains you to be used to abuse. Go ahead and give it a man that can't do jack for you. You're supposed to work, cook, and clean for everybody. Girl, it's crazy. That's why you see stuff. What that man say? When you see him with all these cheering, with these he didn't say dust buckets, but with these men, and that's out of control, don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. The damage, I think, there's so much damage done. I'm glad that people are speaking out about it. And when I heard her make the comment about the posting about I guess the dad, I don't know if it's her dad or stepdad, but he sure laid some cement. What the hell? He might have knocked somebody out last week, but he sure laid some cement. Chris Brown is amazing. How does anybody sing like that? How does anybody beat a woman like that? How? This is so typical of the BC. Smile for the camera. Everything is fine. Girl, you might need to learn to shuck and jive. Why didn't you duck? Unbelievable. You wonder why black women stay losing? It's that part of the black culture. Brought into the world and just wait for the beat down. You die physically, emotionally. No protection in the home, no protection outside the home. And they wonder why you gotta be masculine. Why not? Because men are too weak and too darn feminine. And I'm out.